have to happen, and it will happen like in the coming days.
Were there talks indeed, to try and to buy back the weapon because it was in the hands of nefarious elements, or it is in the hands, and Manuel McAlee money, I heard it was offered back to the BDF for a few $1,000s.
We were the investigation, the investigation that we were conducting, our sources, they were talking to them. We spoke about it, and we said it's just like when you're dealing with terrorists. You may or may not negotiate with terrorists, but that's an avenue of approach that you could do. And we decided, because this has international ramifications and consequences, we will not do that. And we left it at that.
Coming up, the United Democratic Party introduces Belize City Municipal Slate 2024. We'll have more details when we come back.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. In 2003, a jury in Fort Worth, Texas, sentenced Shante Mallard, a 27-year-old single lady, to 50 years in prison. It was a tragic story of a good girl gone bad. She laid aside the value system given her by godly parents and began to identify with a different crowd, partying, drinking, smoking marijuana, and experimenting with a drug known as ecstasy. Life was one big party for her until on her day home from one of these parties and high on ecstasy, she strikes a 37-year-old homeless man at 2 a.m. in the morning with such force that his body was driven through the windshield into her car with only his legs left dangling. For fear of being apprehended by the police in this drugged condition, she speeded on home, leaving the man caught in the windshield, moaning for help, where he died 3 hours later. She then got friends to dispose of his body to cover up her crime. At her trial, her only defense was that she did not know what she was doing because she was high on ecstasy. How many people must die and go to prison before we learn that the Bible says, who hath woe, who hath sorrow, who hath wounds without cause? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine, and at the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder. Don't let alcohol and drugs deceive you, but trust a living God to give guidance to your life. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
For 40 years, Brothers A Bit has been providing trust, quality, and unmatched customer service. And for our big 40th birthday sale, we're celebrating with amazing deals like 15% off all decorative paints, 15% off on all power tools from leading brands like Stanley, Black & Decker, DeWalt, and more, 20% off Pisaforte and Ascot tiles, and Mapei Thin set for only $19. And don't miss out on our yard clearance for great deals every day. Come celebrate with us and save big at the Brothers A Bit's big 40th birthday sale all November long.
Daddy, buy me one Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. Carol, Mr. Sam, give me a...
You want egg? Oh, you want consomme? Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. The best taste and the best price. Less fat, more flavor. Carol Consomme. Available in packets for only 20 cents and a half-pound jar for only $2.75. Less fat, more flavor, more savings.
Give me a...
Carol Consomme.
Taste the savings. Love the flavor.
Available at 88 Shopping Center, Publix Supermarket, TJ Supermarket, Ming Superstore, Sugar City Supermarket, and you can also find it at your favorite supermarkets near.
Electricity is important in our lives since it is used for cooling, cooking, lighting and powering devices. Personal responsibility calls for a take-charge approach to electrical safety. My name is Charles Langsworth. I go to Independence Primary School. I am in Standard 5-3. Everybody should be concerned about electrical safety. Shared responsibility promotes a culture of looking out for one another and actively participating in creating a safer environment. When I found out that I won, I felt happy because it was my granddad's school and now I'm also giving back to the school.
The cash prize is very significant to us. We're going to utilize that cash prize to purchase some new computers for our computer lab. I want to say thank you to BEL on behalf of the people of Independence and the students of Independence Primary School. Thank you, BEL, for contributing towards education.
This morning at the UDP headquarters in Belize City, 11 candidates, including a new mayoral hopeful, were officially introduced as the party's slate in the upcoming municipal elections. The introduction succeeds a PUP convention held in Belize City last Sunday, in which 9 candidates were elected to represent the ruling party at the polls in March 2024. But this morning at the Secretariat was all about the United Democratic Party and how its choice of candidates intend to return another woman mayor to City Hall. News 5's Isane Catano reports.
Hi, Tyrone Loriano.
I'm Judy Perez.
Jason Miguel.
Tatiana Yo.
Alicia Craig.
Jason Steen. Leon Gill.
Do solemnly swear that as a United Democratic Party candidate for the March 6, 2024 Belize City Council election, I will work diligently to bring victory to our United Democratic Party. I pledge to be true and faithful to the principles and ideals of the party.
The UDP 11 is a go, but will the municipal slate led by Nelma Jones Mortis stand up to the People's United Party's revamped roster with incumbent Mayor Bernard Wagner at the helm? It's a question that the electorate in Belize City will decide come March 6, 2024. Today, the United Democratic Party unveiled a pool of candidates who will contest all seats at City Hall next year.
We have come so far as a political organization in the last couple of years, and this is a testament to where we are on the heels, on the brink of reclaiming our glory as we did March 1st, 2006. Where similarly we had an extraordinary woman at the helm of the Belize City Council UDP slate, former Mayor Zenaida Moya. And it is no irony, it is no coincidence that we now have Dr. Nelma Mortis, who will lead all of you and all of us to our first taste of victory in the rebuilding era.
The mayoral hopeful hails from the Collect constituency and has a background in educational leadership. It is Mortis' strong belief that she will be able to use what she has learned, along with her years of experience, to take charge
of Belize City 2024.
Them to City Hall in March 2020.
Is the sincerity of your purpose that will thrust you in to City Hall. And I have no doubt about it. That is why this has all come together. The quality of candidates, the quality of the mayor, it's really superb. We could not have asked for a better slate, and all of this in the process of rebuilding our beloved party for the sake of rescuing Belize from the tyrants, from the terrorists that are the People's United Party.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.
Former Prime Minister Dean Barrow has joined other past foreign ministers in condemning the actions of Israel in the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Following the deadly attack on Israel on October 7th, there has been a sustained bombing campaign and ground offensive carried out by the Israeli Defense Force against Hamas fighters, as well as Palestinian civilians in the Gaza Strip. Foreign Minister Eamon Courtney has issued a statement against Israel. So have Foreign Ministers Saeed Musa, Assad Shoman, and Godfrey Smith. News 5 spoke with Barrow and asked him for a comment on the Israel-Hamas conflict.
What Hamas did was very wrong. In fact, I certainly will not disagree with those that say that in killing civilians in consequence of the incursion of Hamas's incursion into Israel, in taking civilians hostage, Hamas went too far. They certainly committed atrocities that violate, in my view, the rules of war. Of course, like the Secretary General of the United Nations said, while it was wrong and terribly wrong, you've got to understand it didn't happen in a vacuum. What Israel has done in retaliation, exercising their supposed right of self-defense, is absolutely genocidal. There is no way to escape the fact that Israel is committing genocide against Palestinians. The huge proportion of the dead, which, if you listen to certainly the Palestinian or the Gaza Health Authority, that number exceeds 10,000. The vast majority are women and children. And even though the vast majority of the international community is calling for, alternatively, a full ceasefire, which is the position I certainly take, or at least a pause or pauses, halts in the Israeli bombing campaign, in the Israeli ground assault on Gaza, so that aid can be sent to an utterly besieged, cut off, completely oppressed Palestinian people. Israel absolutely refuses to listen to anyone. I think that anybody with an ounce of humanity, not just humanitarianism, of humanity, that cannot see their way to condemning Israel, to make clear that they ought to be held to account for war crimes, in the same way as Hamas for what it did.
Countries, organizations, and groups around the world continue to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Israel announced another evacuation corridor to allow Gazans to flee south on Friday. But the international community wants a complete ceasefire. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Community International is calling for the same. It launched a global campaign to bring an end to the war in Gaza and establish peace. In Belize, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat held a discussion at its mosque on the George Price Highway. News 5 spoke with missionary Ataul Hagab, who explained that the gathering welcomes individuals of all faiths, cultures, and backgrounds who share the common vision of a peaceful future.
What we want to emphasize is peace, unity, and understanding, tolerance. So this is what we want to do. These things about infighting and hate. Just because you see something that is being done wrong doesn't mean that you should do it as well. So you should do your best to be the better person, right? Our motto is love for all and hatred for none. And so when we see injustice, we try to stop it. We don't try to, increase it. If you do your independent research, then you will see that this thing has not just happened. It didn't just start on October 7th, 2023. It has started from 1948. They have been going through this occupation and this situation for a very long time, about 75 years, in fact, right? And there has been, innocent lives been taken from both sides. And so our community, what we want to do is not picking sides, but what we're trying to do is to emphasize on seizing fire, to stop this, and we want to unite everyone, especially the Muslim community as well, to help each other and try to, bring peace. There's no purpose of doing such barbaric stuff. We should work together and emphasize on peace. No?
After the break, BDF demoted for 2019 shooting of another soldier. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Apply now for an undergraduate degree in animation, film or journalism at the Caribbean School of Media and Communication at the University of the West Indies, Mona. For more information, visit www.mona.uwi.edu/apply.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
In 2019, a BDF sergeant shot a fellow soldier at Fairweather Camp. It was a matter that was still pending from then until about a month ago, when his case was called up. Since then, that sergeant has been dealt with, and according to BDF Commandant Azaria Loria, the soldier has been demoted in rank.
He was tried by the then General Ortega. For some reason, the documentation didn't end up where it ought to, or where it was intended to be. But then about a month ago, we started to research on what disciplinary cases we have that are still pending. We found out that that he was one of them, and indeed he was recommended to be reduced in rank. He was not by then, so he has now been reduced in rank.
The San Antonich Observation Post is an area of concern. That is what the BDF's commander, Brigadier General Azaria Loria, told the media today. Just recently, several rounds of ammunition and a firearm were found in the area, which is described as an informal border crossing. Information should suggest that illicit activities are carried out in that area. BDF Commander Brigadier General Azaria Loria spoke on this matter.
The observation post was created first and foremost to ensure that we continue with the confidence building measures that we have been going through with the Guatemalan Armed Forces. And also, if you recall, in the past, we used to have the Barrio El Huda. Right. That was, they were encroaching on our side. So that's gone. We continue to patrol the area so that there are no buildings, there are no infrastructure on our side. We continue to do that. That's the primary task. But then the secondary task, just so you know, we have a police officer attached to that unit. So it's a joint venture that we are doing, because we have to acknowledge that a lot of illicit activities happen in that area. Yes, the ferry closed at 5, but then that is not the only route that we could go through. We could go through the back two as well.
High-ranking law enforcement officers from Belize and Mexico are wrapping up 3 days of meetings on border security matters. Border commanders from both countries are focusing particularly on crimes carried out by criminal networks along the northern border. This meeting comes just a week after the Commission of Chiefs of Police and Police Directors of Central America, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Colombia met to discuss similar issues on a more regional scale. News 5 spoke with Rear Admiral Elton Bennett, who is the Commandant of the Belize Coast Guard, on what is expected to come out of the meeting.
Border security matters as relates to a recent involvement of criminal networks along our northern border. Yes. So we're trying our best to try to get together and to see how we can improve with information sharing, intelligence, and try to improve our operations, that we can be more targeted in terms of fusing intelligence into what we do, so that we can ensure that we have a more secure border up in the north along the Rio Hondo and along the coastal areas.
How soon are we looking at in terms of putting more manpower on?
So that meeting is happening now. We're not finished as yet. The outcome of that meeting will determine the scope of operation that will be required in order to address that situation.
The forward operating base at the mouth of the Sarstoon River, because of the structural damage it has suffered over the last few years to the elements, has not been sound enough for occupancy. So the BDF has been visiting the area to conduct patrols along the Sarstoon River. But when they are not around, it leaves the southern border vulnerable to people who engage in illicit activities. One of the recent concerns along the west and southern borders has been the discovery of coca leaves that have been planted for the production of cocaine. But now those activities will be cut, if not eliminated, along the Sarstoon when the forward operating base is restored. Today, BDF Commandant Azaria Loria told the media that a contract for the rebuilding of the base has been submitted.
we have a contractor that has submitted an estimate to refurbish the current building, and that is as an immediate measure. And in the mid and long term, we're going to try to build a proper FOB where our guys can live comfortably and control access to that river. And we also intend to, because it's only BDF that is manning it right now, because of the little areas, it's marshy and it's unsafe right now to be living there. So we're going to refurbish it, brace it up properly, in order that we ensure survivability should in case any hurricanes or any storm. We have to be prepared to ensure that to ensure that we give the soldiers a better facility to live in. After all, we are going to be there working 24/7. That's and I always say that is one of our survey pegs, our pillars, our monument of our country. Just like your lot has 4 corners, that is one of our corners. And we got to man it. It's ours.
So then right now, they're not living there. They're just conducting their daily patrols.
It's a combination of both. It's a combination. We're not going to say, oh, they're living there 24/7 or not. And that is, we just don't want to give a pattern of what we do. But,
the contractor then?
But we continue to be there, man it, for as long as we could.
So the contractor has given you a timeline by when he will finish, she?
We're trying to get the badge, the materials, so all of that, but he has submitted the estimate, and it's a bit substantial, but then it needs to get done. And you have seen the Prime Minister of Belize have visited the place firsthand. And we got to build it. We have to ensure that the area is safe.
When we return, Corazol Free Zone Access Road to be upgraded.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited postpaid plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say, "Hello." Say, "Give me 5!" Yeah!
Hi, my name is Deja Janessa Scholl. I am in Standard 4 at Maimopan Primary School in the Stan Creek District. Personal accountability forms the foundation of a responsible and safe community. Responsibility is equally important in cultivating safe values and attitudes. By fostering a sense of unity and teamwork, we can build a strong relationship and create a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and protected. I am glad I can help my school with some funds because I know that my school needs things to improve our school facilities.
This cash prize will be used for the proper electrification of 2 buildings. Thank you to VAL from the staff, the student, the parents of Maimopan Government School. We are grateful for this assistance.
Thank you, BEL, for hosting this competition and giving us the students the opportunity to improve our writing skills.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
My Social Security self-service portal, employer transactions unpacked, employers and self-employed persons, an enhanced contribution payment system that manages all your employer information is here. Employers and self-employed persons will have access to view all transactions and statements, and the option to always know your owing balance using your employer number. Payments will be automated and applied to your account balance in a new way. Here are 2 scenarios to highlight how payments will be distributed. Employers with outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the outstanding arrears, fees, and interest, and the balance, if any, will be applied to the statements submitted. Employers without any outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the statements submitted. The technological enhancements you are waiting for are here. My Social Security self-service portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Today, a graduation ceremony was held at the BAT sub-unit at Price Barracks for soldiers from across the Caribbean region who took part over the past 2 months in military training. This time around, the training was more of a refresher for the soldiers, and as Rear Admiral Elton Bennett, Commandant of the Belize Coast Guard, said, these kinds of training put everyone on the same page where standard operations are concerned.
Over the past year, we said that we're going to do a series of courses, trainings, and refreshers during the month of October and November. It culminated today. We did the FFQ, that is the, we call it the Force Field Firing Qualification Course. We did the Junior NCOs training, tracking courses, jungle courses. The students, it is not on me to invite the international students, but it is CO Batsub's prerogative, and specifically the defense attaché that is located in Jamaica, Colonel Brewster. So he was here today, he did the closing ceremonies. So he identifies the students from the region. In today's graduation ceremony, we had from Trinidad, from Barbados, I think that we had from Turks and Caicos and Jamaica.
We achieved a whole lot over the past few months working along with the British that we can apply in the operating environment.
COP28 will be held at the Expo City in Dubai later this month. And as a prelude to the annual event, the National Assembly, in partnership with the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, held a forum on climate crisis for parliamentarians. NGO Senator Janelle Chanona, who was present at the event, spoke about the need for such a conversation.
So I think what came out today for me was really that this is a crisis, and I think even that we're shifting from calling it climate change to climate crisis really underscores that we're dealing with something that's an existential threat. It hurts our chances as humanity, and I think throughout the panel you heard that there's no planet B. You know, we've heard repeatedly that, you know, nature doesn't need us, we need nature. But more importantly for ourselves as advocates, I think it's really important to call out that, you know how like time travel, people think that if you go back in the past and you change one thing that you want to change the future, the present as we know it, so like don't touch anything, don't whatever. We really need to bring that now to the here and now to say if I change something now, that will dictate the quality of my future moving forward, and that will have positive and meaningful impact because we're really running out of time and we're here and now. We still have some decisions that we can make, and that's really about the action to the words that we know we have to do.
What are your thoughts to those Belizeans who see the crisis for what it is, but might have become distressed or demotivated by the fact that previous conference of parties, the leaders have resisted to meet those targets, or they have failed to deliver on those money pledges for loss and damage recovery?
Yeah, and I think, you know, Minister called it out today that, you know, the politics gets into it and the decisions that need to be made don't get made. But I also think that while we're participating in these global fora, that it's really important for us to nationalize this and embrace this, because I think, you know, other Caribbean leaders go out there with the force of their entire population.
Earlier today in Belmopan, the National Assembly opened its doors to teenagers from across the country for the annual Children's Parliament. Here's a look at what was discussed and how the young parliamentarians comported themselves in the Honorable House.
Good morning, honorable members. I want to welcome you all to today's sitting of the House of Representatives.
Children's Parliament 2023. In the year 2023, trillions did unite. Their voice is strong, their future bright. A parliament of young hearts and dreams. A well where hope and change redeems. In this children's parliament, they find their say. A brighter world for a brand new day. With laughter, love, and wisdom to share. They dream of a world that's just and fair.
We can't go on pretending day by day that someone. Honorable members, the question is that the next stages of the bill be taken forward.
Voice of the 7.5 dedicated voters.
God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, oh, saving our own lives. It's true, make a brighter day, just you and me. Well, send them
Affecting the lives of countless young.
so they'll know how much you care, and their lives will be made stronger and free. As God has shown us, by turning stone to bread, we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, oh, saving our own lives.
Thank you.
It's true, make a brighter day, just you and me.
As child parliamentarians, we learn about a multitude of things pertaining to various topics. One of these topics is governance. Some of the things we have learned about governance includes, but is not limited to, the following.
Children's participation. So what can we do to boost children participation? And so with the NCFC, we said, wow, let's look at the Children's Parliament. We want children to be engaged, to be a part of decision making, and the highest platform for that is the National Assembly.
There's regular conversations with the Ministry of Education. In fact, they do have representation on the steering committee and on the technical committee as well.
These rights apply to all children, no matter their social, financial, or educational background. In other words, these rights are accessible to all children no matter what. Thirdly, the government are duty bearers to ensure that no child endures any form of violence, negligence, or abuse. Number 4, participation is a right. All children have the right to speak about issues that may have a direct or indirect effect on their lives.
They are showing Belize a glimpse of what the future Belize they want to see look like in terms of leadership, in terms of legislature, parliament.
This morning in Corozal, a brief signing ceremony was held for the rehabilitation of the Santa Elena access road to the Corozal Free Trade Zone. The awarded contract is valued at a little under $3 million Belize dollars and represents a substantial investment in the community's infrastructure. The project is being funded through a grant from the Central American Bank for Economic Integration, CABE, and the government of Belize. Present at today's event were Chief Executive Officer Dr. Osman Martinez and Neri Ramirez of the Corozal Free Zone.
Well, here we are after 27 long months. So it hasn't been an easy task, but this project is a testament of friendship, but it's also a testament of being disciplined and persistent, that we saw an opportunity and we went after that opportunity. Now, when we look at the project on itself, the rehabilitation, the amount that will be done is approximately 1.5 kilometers of road, of which it came up to about 2.9 million Belize dollars, of which the government of Belize will cover $9 million for this project. $900,000, so 2.9 million in total.
We are celebrating development and the opportunities that come along with development. We know that wherever a strategic road is laid, development is closely follows. This project is a significant milestone that will no doubt have a profound impact to the Corozal Free Zone and its business and our country as a whole. The Corozal Free Zone has long been a vital hub for trade and commerce, not just for Belizeans, but also for the foreigners from all over the world. It has been instrumental in boosting economic growth and job opportunities for our people in the north. Many investors view our country as home because the Corozal Free Zone has allowed them to prosper, invest, and learn from our culture and traditions.
Up next in tonight's episode of The Bright Side, inspiring financial responsibility.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. First sense question of the day. Why you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, know that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. Sir, 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of Environment and Sol Belize Limited.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
In a world driven by consumerism and the ever-present temptation to spend, one young woman is on a mission to make budgeting a simple and accessible tool for financial success. Meet Angelia Guy, a 29-year-old entrepreneur who has ignited a spark for financial responsibility by starting a small business centered around creating budget books for people, all while sharing the importance and benefits of budgeting. In this week's Look on the Bright Side, she shares how to manage your money.
Well, I didn't grow up learning about saving.
and I always saw a lot of borrowing happening, and I know that I didn't want to be borrowing all the time. So saving was the root of how I started to budget. It all came down to saving and having money there for me to use when I needed.
29-year-old Angelia Guy is on a mission to teach people the value of budgeting.
So one of the big benefits of budgeting is having peace of mind, to know that your income can cover your expenses. And once you have a plan or a goal, you can plan your action steps toward that goal and see how you fit your numbers in it and say, okay, this can work in this time frame. So I don't have to be worrying about rushing or worrying that I won't meet my goal.
Guy's journey began when she faced her own financial struggles studying abroad. Realizing the need to take control of her spending habits, she developed a deeper understanding of budgeting and stumbled upon an opportunity to share her knowledge with others.
Well, I was on a full scholarship when I attended UA, and so I needed to manage my finance so that I could have lived, you know. And so that was a big part of the budgeting, and I was only doing half of what a budget actually entails. So I was only writing out my expenses and making sure that I had enough money to cover it. And even when I started working, that was what I was doing. And during COVID, I learned more about budgeting due to watching a lot of YouTube. And I learned that I was also supposed to be tracking my expenses so that I know if I met my budget, if I went over budget or under budget, you know, and then what was I doing with that rest of money, you know.
Driven by her newfound passion, Guy decided to turn her budgeting expertise into a business. She created Budgeting Simplified, a small business and media platform to teach her followers the benefits of budgeting and the steps to do so.
What is too little to save? I don't think there's anything as too little to save. Every dollar counts when it's a hard time. So I think that's where a lot of people fall, you know, and get discouraged because they have a high aim, but realistically the income does not support that aim. So you have to look at your income, look at all your necessary expenses, your living expenses, before you can consider what amount do I have disposable, and then what portion of that do I want to contribute to this saving, and what portion do I want to contribute to fun. And remember, you're not working just to work and pay bills, right? You have to live your life as well. So it's up to you to know your numbers.
She set out to make the perfect budget planner for herself. Later, it would be a primary product to her customers, providing custom-made budget books that cater to managing money and meeting financial goals.
I was looking for a budget planner online, and I didn't find any that really suited how I work mentally. There were a lot on one page, and I like clarity. So I started working on one for myself, and then I said, you know what, let me see how this turns out. And then I started doing more research, found out about the disc bank planners, where with these discs you can buy refills. So you can just invest one time with the planner and then buy the paper refills.
Her clients, ranging from teenagers to adults, have reported significant improvements in their financial well-being. Ava Palacio, an entrepreneur and Budgeting Simplified customer, shared how learning how to manage her finances helped her to buy a printer.
So before the budget planner, I was very terrible at budgeting. Like, we hear about it, but I didn't have any basis on what to go buy. So, you know, put a little here for that, a little there for that, but it was nothing concrete. So I have my own small business, and the budget planner helped me to set goals, and also I was able to buy 2 printers in last year because of the book.
But Guy's efforts don't stop at creating budget books. She also conducts coaching sessions on financial literacy and shares her knowledge on online platforms. Her will and genuine desire to help others have made her platform grow significantly.
The vision comes down to helping our community and our country as a whole to learn financial awareness. And financial awareness is a big umbrella. and budgeting is just one arm, but budgeting is the foundation of it all. I like building on foundation, so it gives me a lot of joy when someone says, you know, my planner helped them to save for something for their small business or for their personal life.
Guy dreams of growing her business even further by expanding her audience to include children. As her story continues to inspire those around her, she reminds us that budgeting is not just about numbers on a page. It's about securing a more stable and prosperous future, $1 at a time. Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabrina Daly.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.